Welcome to the Home Business Podcast with Richard Captain Henderson, publisher of Home Business Magazine, and Sherilyn Colleen, managing editor. This how-to show helps you successfully operate your home-based business.
Greetings and welcome to the Home Business Podcast. I'm Richard Captain Henderson, your skipper at Home Business TV.
Hey, I'm Lynn, your co-host.
Let's secure for seeing get on the way on the Home Business Podcast. We love startup success stories.
How about two Minnesotans, Levi Conlow and Robby Daisiel, who struck out west and found success?
Their electric e-bikes exploded onto the electric bike scene in May 2019 and hit 14 million in sales in their first year alone.
Their startup journey provides great lessons for anyone with a business idea who's afraid to take the leap.
Despite their youth, they have proved to be seasoned marketing pros and able to fund their venture.
So hello, Levi and Robbie. Welcome to the Home Business Podcast.
Cool. Hi.
How's it going? So how hard was it to, I guess, Levi, you said you went out early and then convinced your buddy to leave Minnesota for Arizona. So what was it a tough sell?
I don't think so. I think I sold him on the palm trees and the sunshine, and I was able to drag him out here. But yeah, we wanted to work together on something. So
wait a minute, they have palm trees in Arizona? Well, I guess they do.
Yes, sir.
What part of Arizona are you in?
We're right in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, let's get to know you better. Your high school buddies who migrated out to Arizona like we discussed. How did you come up with the idea to start an electric bike company?
Yeah, so, Robbie and I wanted to work on something together, and I was already drawn to putting motors on things and going faster. I love going faster and, trying out new things. And my dad had really wanted to get an electric bike for himself. So he was really urging Robbie and I to choose that as our project and to try to figure that out, because he personally he didn't want to spend $2,000 or $3,000 on an electric bike. And he was really challenging us to figure out how to do it for a more affordable price. So that's what started the conversation, is he was telling us to go do that. And then, his friends kind of heard that we were thinking about it, and then Robbie's parents, and, just in this small network, more people were encouraging us to really try to figure this out because they saw it as a great opportunity for us.
So you got a good niche there, but it sounds like it may be a little pricey, and that opened up some opportunity for a lower priced niche to compete.
Yeah, absolutely. So we come in at $899 for our bikes, and kind of the industry average is between $1,500 and $1,800. So we are significantly.
I got a lesson today. I went to a bike shop, and boy, yeah, they get they're a lot more than you would think they are, and then you start pricing them, and it was easy to get well over $2,000.
Most definitely, yeah.
Well, cool. Well, so yeah, you nailed that one. Find the lower cost branch to slide into, and that can offer some opportunities. But how are you able to get your key product model, the Lectric XP bike, to explode with so many sales, particularly in your first year?
Yeah, so we actually had a really guerrilla style marketing campaign that we embarked on. And basically what we did is we got some samples of the bike made, just a few of the bikes, with the hope of launching a pre-order. And so what we did is we sent these bikes out to some YouTube reviewers who were in kind of that bicycle space, the recreational vehicle space, and basically just crossed our fingers, hoping that they would like them and give them a positive review and that we would get some traction. So, I mean, it was really nerve-wracking doing that, because they could have just hated it and just trashed us, and that would have been it. We got a little loan from Levi's dad, and he would have just been out that money. So we were really nervous, but basically first video came out, and we hadn't seen it or anything in advance, but came out. We were still kind of building the website at that point too, so we didn't even have a bank account or anything. And then boom, first video comes out, overwhelmingly positive. Huge day of sales right off the bat. Day one that video came out, we did $30,000 in sales, and then the next day we did $30,000, and then it just kept going. And then we're like, wow, this is only one video. We got, 10 more of these that are going to be coming out over the next month or two.
That's fascinating. I don't think we've ever talked to anybody who's hit this YouTube as effectively as you had. Just pull the string a little bit more on that. So you take a prototype of the bike, you've made several of them, and you send these out to the reviewers. Now the reviewers then put a video together of using the product and then recommend it to their subscribers. Now, do they get a lot of feedback then from the people that are in their subscription channel, or are they just pretty much the reviewers pushing it and, people are going off of their recommendation?
That's it. Yeah, they just review the product and then just provide a link to our website, and that's kind of all the relationship is. So it's really simple. You just send them out the product, and sometimes you have to pay for these reviews and everything. The thing is, we didn't have any money, and we really just sold them on this is an awesome bike. Please, let us send it to you, and hopefully you'll review it if you like it enough and want to share it with your audience.
So what was that like? The first video hits and you wake up and you have 30,000 in sales. I mean, that must have been
surreal.
Pretty euphoric.
Yeah. We hit $1 million in sales in 21 days. So in our first 21 days. So it was, and we were just like the two of us, right? We were working out of my apartment and a friend's garage, and that was everything.
That's a home-based business, and we love home businesses.
Oh man, it was as raw as it would get, right? Yeah, we would have paper spread all over my apartment. My wife hated it, but no, it was extremely, extremely exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this we'll talk maybe a little bit more in the podcast on it, but how did you keep up with? I mean, were you ready for a tidal wave of that much product order coming in all at once?
The answer is no. We weren't ready. We had a massive goal of let's try to sell like 200 bikes, over the first 4 or 5 months. We thought that was attainable. That'd be almost $200,000 in revenue. We thought that was going to be great, and instantly we blow past that and we get this massive amount of orders. And so this was all pre-order based. So all these customers were paying in full to get their bike. Well, after the first day, we decided, all right, we got to push this pre-order back because it's going to take way longer than we think it's going to take in order to start fulfilling. So our wait time was upwards of 14 or 15 weeks. People would sign up, pay in full, and they would just, sit and wait. And it was incredible. We kind of have the best customers in the world because they,
I'm curious because that's a problem. Everybody who just really hits the jackpot is having to then go out to people who have ordered and tell them there's going to be a delay. Were you able to keep most of those prepaid customers intact and they didn't want a refund? They were willing to wait?
Yeah, we had a pretty low dropout rate. The reason is because we managed to ship out the first 200 bikes pretty quickly, only after about a month. And those initial customers that got those bikes are really what saved our rears because they had thousands of people behind them, millions of dollars worth of pre-orders behind them. Mm-hmm. And they kind of went out on the forums and Facebook and everything and kind of just put everybody at ease. And they're like, okay, this is worth it, guys. Like, holy smokes, this is a great bike. The value is unreal. Like, I don't care if they say it's 20 weeks, whatever you do, wait for this bike. So that was really, really reassuring to us.
How much sleep did you get the first month of that after that boom hit?
Well, that's a really good question. We were the only two. It was us two working the phones, answering emails. So, I mean, day and night, it was like nonstop. The phone is ringing. We're just in our apartment. My roommates just hated me. I'd answer the phone every morning. Hello, this is Robbie with Lectric eBikes. What can I do for you? And I would wake up my room. I'm a loud talker. I get, I'm energetic on the phones, trying to sell people and be helpful. So I think I woke up my roommates like every day for a couple months there.
Now you just got to cut them in on the action a little bit then.
Right, yeah.
Well, you mentioned getting a loan at the start, but were there any other ways that you raised your initial seed capital?
Yeah, so first we went to my dad to get some money, but then that, in order to afford the manufacturing and the future growth and the future inventory, my old man, he helped fund the initial prototypes. the initial, samples that we sent out and everything. But then it's really our customers who were willing to pay in full, that far in advance. That is what provided us the capital to maximize our buying power, get the pricing as low as possible, and then, actually have enough capital to buy excess inventory. So then that allowed us, after the, 14 or maybe longer weeks of pre-order, then we finally got caught up on all orders, actually had an inventory in stock, and that was able to.
So you didn't have to go to the bank with your purchase orders and get like a line of capital so you could. You had it all up front, and you were good to go then.
Yeah, we actually tried to do that once, so to really accelerate our growth even more, because if we had the capital, we could have sold even more bikes in our first year, just because, at the end of the day, people don't want to wait 8 to 14 weeks, right? And it's hard to sell an empty shelf. At one point, we kind of increased our price and really cut off all marketing because we did not want to get any more sales, because our infrastructure wasn't there. So we tried to go into the bank once, and it was comical because we already had a couple $1 million worth of sales, and
hey, two kids walking in with millions of dollars to deposit. I think you're drug dealers or something.
Right. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. That happened. Yeah. No, that actually did happen, where PayPal froze, a couple $100,000 because it was so unheard of, where literally within the first month, PayPal just for that platform had $500,000 or $400,000 through it. So they froze that money for a couple months, and all sorts of challenges in the first year, because the success was so quick and accelerated.
There's like an old saying: the only thing worse than no sales is too much sales. And
right.
Like a wave you got to follow. But okay, so we hit some of your marketing. Obviously, you went into the social media with YouTube, and that kind of was your initial way to get your marketing started. Now, how has your marketing evolved? Are you branching off into other social media? Do you do some digital marketing? Keep your groups intact?
So it's interesting. We did 14 million in our first year. We're on track to do over 30 million in our second year. And we really haven't expanded our marketing at all, right? So we still just do some YouTube videos. We do a little bit of Google Ads retargeting, but really our bread and butter of our marketing is our customer advocates. I tell my customer service team and everybody working with Lectric, our superior customer service is our marketing. Our bike is our marketing. We make a really awesome bike for a really great price. That makes it so when people go and stop and look at it and they ask questions to that customer and they find out, wow, this is only $8.99, it's much easier to sell it. When customers have a great experience with our customer support, whether they're reaching out to us on a Sunday at 3 p.m. or 7-day-a-week support, these things that we're offering, that creates customer advocates. So there was a period for 7 months we had no marketing turned on, and we're only a company that's 14 months, 15 months old now. And so for 7 months, we did not have any sales. And meanwhile, during those 7 months, let's say we did, $8-9 million in sales. So how does that happen? Well, that's because of our awesome customers. It's our customers going out and riding the bikes and getting up front of their communities and people seeing them out on the road.
So you pay close attention to keeping this network together, and then monitoring the reviews. And there's always going to be somebody who's dissatisfied, and you got to jump on those right away. And and then there's also like the professional haters sometimes. Even there's just people out there that maybe they're even from competitors that attack, and I've seen that before. And you got to deal with all the reviews.
We fortunately don't have to deal with that all too much. Sometimes a customer may be upset about their delay and wait, and they may go complain. We try to stay out of it. If you put out a review, the thing is, our customers are very protective of us and the brand and everything. So those are the people that go out and really almost attack the
so that's a good way to
so we keep our hands clean. We don't want to get involved or anything, but our customers, they call themselves electricians, and they're just massive advocates of the brand. So they kind of help resolve that issue.
So you've got such a good niche there. They've got their own nickname, Electricians. That's great.
Yeah, so we have a Facebook owners group that is super active, and that again it's not run by us. It's just customers speaking with customers, and we actually put out a video on our YouTube channel. People should check it out. One of our customers, Beverly in Southern California, she got on the owners group, organized group rides with all of these other customers. So now they have like 15 or 20 people, and their only thing in common, well, not their only thing, their first thing in common was the electric e-bikes. So they all get together like once a week and take group rides.
And that's what I was going to ask you, is this could all lead into having actual events, maybe traveling around and getting together with owners, what you're just talking about there with the actual owners get together. That kind of happened with the Saturn car model a while back. And that's incredible, because it's a timeless principle that if you could get your customers and their network to push your product, that's the best kind of marketing.
Yeah,
certainly.
And our customers in particular, like I mentioned, a lot of them are RVers, travelers who are constantly just going around the country. So what we have found, and we actually went to, there's a huge RV show in Western Arizona here in Quartzsite, Arizona, one of the biggest in the country. And so we were out there, we had our tents, and we got to meet a bunch of our customers for the first time, and gave a ton of test rides there. We were a hit out at that RV show, and it was a great time being able to chat with everybody. And, since everybody's on these RVs traveling all the time, we kind of have a mobile sales force.
Mobile.
They're on the back, and people see them. So it's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you talk to them, keep in touch, and have them post to your Facebook as they travel around, and that, or Instagram for younger audiences. And that's a good connection.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So can you guys talk with us about the work that you do from home or from a home office?
There's got to be a little bit of home business left in there somewhere.
Yeah. So, we still do a lot of our modeling from our couch, right? And we do, our evenings are filled with, communicating with manufacturers and suppliers all over Asia. So, we have our traditional 9 to 5 when we go into the office, but then from 5 to 11 is when you deal with the rest of the world. And that's when we're communicating with other countries and trying to, further our international plans as well. So yeah, we are constantly working. It's and the world we're in right now, right? We're both working from home right now. We're trying to do our best to, keep as little people out of the office as possible right now. So we're working from home today, and it's not abnormal to us, because when we first launched this and had millions of orders back ordered and everything, it was done right from our couch and our buddy's garage.
How about those roommates? Are those roommates still there?
No, they didn't want to live with me after that, so I'm out of
right. Well, I got to ask this question: how's it working out being partners in the business? It sounds like you get together, get along real well, but if it ever ended up butting heads when early on?
I don't really see Levi outside of the office now. I'm just kidding. No.
We're speaking to each other through attorneys, and we're the first person you've spoken to together. All right.
Yeah. No. So we still, get together on the weekends, and I think one of the biggest strengths we both have, and what makes the partnership work really well, is we are just really good at working through our differences. So we'll butt heads, and it'll get a little heated, but we both have the clarity of mind and just that history together where we know each other so well and how each other are going to react, so we can take a step back and just, say, all right, let me look at this a little more objectively. What are the pros and cons of going your way? What are the pros and cons of going my way? And there really has never been a problem finding some good middle ground or, giving a little bit.
You guys keep it all worked out. Minnesota, nice. But sometimes when partners get together, they say, I'm weak in this and you'll be strong in this, and vice versa. Is there any weak points that either of you have that the other one's strong in to partnership good?
No, most definitely. The best thing about us is we're very complementary, where I zero in on the business aspect, and that is my focus. And Robbie's focus is engineering and the product. And we kind of let each other stay in, our own lanes, right? And so if I have a thought on, the product, and maybe, during the early stages, I thought, oh, this type of battery would save us a lot of money. And Robbie would be like, no, that we're not doing that. That's not acceptable. That's not what I want. If we want to be top quality, and these are the reasons why, we got to go with this. And I would say, okay, yep, fine. You're the expert in this. And so we have that respect for each other, where we kind of just, if it's in their specialty, we're very hands off and let them kind of run that system. So
the art of delegating. So sounds like you've learned that lesson early.
Yeah. No, right from the beginning, we realized what each one of us was good at, and then kind of just ran with it. And still a year later, that method is still very much in play.
And you're still together.
Yeah. No, Robbie and I met playing Xbox back in 7th grade, and we, played Xbox last night. So not too much has changed.
Good. So what does the future hold for Lectric eBikes?
Well, we're growing pretty quickly. Like I said, first year, 14 million. We're on track for 30 million this year. We, based on the growth of the market and, our competitors and how quickly we're growing compared to them, we believe it entirely possible that in the next 2 to 3 years, we'll be doing about $100 million in revenue. We're working pretty tirelessly on new products. I know that's what keeps Robbie up at night, is product development. So, we're constantly trying to evolve and improve. And we've just kind of been on a hiring spree right now. We've been expanding our team.
That was my next question, is you've got to find the right team members to bring into your business. And that, that brings in risks and a whole, a whole other level of complexity getting the people in there, because they, managing growth, it can be a lot more complicated than managing no growth. And
getting the right people, 100%. That's our focus. And so far, we've done an excellent job with assembling our team. And the foundation we've built with this team right now, we feel very strong in the sense that we are going to achieve these goals of hitting $100 million in the next 2 to 3 years.
Well, those are good aggressive goals, but definitely look attainable considering the market you're in and how popular these are. Well, this has been a great discussion on Levi Conlow's and Robbie Daisiel's bike boom business. Do you have any final points you'd like to share?
No, sir.
No, I think we're good. This has been awesome, guys. Thanks so much for having us on.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you gotta. Oh yeah, you got to come back to Minnesota for time. So stop by and say hello.
Right, will do.
Levi Conlow and Robbie Daisiel, thank you for being on the Home Business Podcast.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
To learn more about Levi Conlow and Robbie Daisiel and Lectric eBikes, please visit lectricebikes.com or our podcast website for more information.
Thanks for joining us in this episode of the Home Business Podcast. Share your feedback with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at our website, homebusinessmag.com.
Visit the website for information on advertising, subscribe to our newsletter, read our new book, The Home-Based Business Startup Guide. For more information, visit homebusinessmag.com or homebusinessexpo.com.
I'm Richard Captain Henderson saying anchors away.
We'll talk with you soon. Until then,
make it a great home-based biz day.